What's good, y'all? It's the Doom Chats React, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. Super excited about this video. If you're new to us
And we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
So the term colored was legally defined as a racial classification in South Africa during the apartheid years. And a quite normal misconception that we have is that in South Africa and in the colored community is that we are 50% white, 50% black, and there's no in between, which is actually false, because colored is a multiracial ethnic group, which means that we have ancestry from various other places and populations, such as East Asia, South Asia, Europe. We have ancestry from the Khoisan, Bantu tribes, and many other places, but those are a few that I just named. So it's not just a case of I am half white, I am half black, and that's it. Because we have such a diverse background and complex history and complex ancestry that we don't all look the same, yet we are all classified as colored. Not just black and white, but colored meaning multiracial ethnicity. So that's the first thing. Some of the racial stereotypes and discrimination that I faced as a colored girl, or just as a colored in my community, is that I am perceived as white, or too white or too dark. I don't know if you know this. Well, I don't think I told you guys. I grew up in a predominantly Caucasian area. I went to an Afrikaans school most of my school years, except when I went to a more colored school in my last few months of high school. And when I was in my primary school and my early years of high school, I was in a sorry, I'm trying to focus. Okay, I am so sorry. I lost focus. Oh my word, I lost focus, and also my camera died, so yeah. Okay, so in my white Afrikaans schools, let's talk about the racial stereotypes that I faced there and just discrimination. So from the white students and my white friends, not all of them, but it's kind of like a microaggression that I would sense from their side about colored people, or just people of color in general, was that there's this misconception and this thing that all colored people are loud. All of us are aggressive, all of us are rude and violent, and we are alcoholics and druggies and not to be trusted, because we will literally stab you because we are quote unquote violent. And it's weird because I think they got it from the media and how colors are portrayed, whether it's in film, in magazines, the newspaper, anywhere. So when they meet coloreds, they already have this idea that we are going to be loud, we are going to be aggressive, we are going to be violent. But when they meet someone, a colored, who is not,
You're not
they categorize us as not real coloreds. And I remember this one time.
Yes, sir.
The stereotypes irks my nerves, and of course we're not colored. We live in the U.S.
Yeah.
But just as black people and African Americans, there's a lot of stereotypes, and even when it comes to class, there's a lot of stereotypes. We were raised in middle class families, so there were stereotypes there.
Yeah, we're gonna have stereotypes. Yeah.
And I guess for me, I guess it was a mix of class with me. But just stereotypes and being in those people groups where sometimes you're the only person there and people feel that they can speak to you about certain things and even say the N word.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
not with me.
she had to deal with a lot though, and I mean, she did mention she had some people that was nice to her.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's the mindsets of the people. At the end of the day, it's the foundation of the mind that create the personality of these people, and you get to see their true intentions at some point. You know what I'm saying? Because when they get comfortable around you, they want to start to ask those questions that usually don't get asked amongst the people. They need that one person they feel comfortable around to ask.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, create that comfortability so you can understand who you're around, so that you can see if that person's intentions right. Because sometimes the questions are just out of curiosity, not to learn.
Sometimes it's just plain ignorance in listening to things passed down.
The media are things passed down.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't walk into a group of people who who are like easily influenced by media and take things out of proportion. So when they do see you, they go based off what they have heard and seen.
And never had an experience.
And now you're already looked at as a bad guy. Hey.
I was with my friends at Gold Reef City, and for some reason, like, I just like everything poured out. I was like, so this is what I'm facing. And my friend, she's a great friend, but she told me, and I assume she meant it from a good place, that she doesn't see color. She doesn't see
you already know how we
like
feel
my
about
skin
that.
tone, because I am one of them. And I'm like,
oh, wait.
That don't fly.
Oh.
That's not a bar. That don't work this way. Nah, you gotta see color first
Is
of all.
that a good thing that I am one of them?
Like, what does that mean? Like, can that come off as a good thing coming from a person that's supposed to be your friend?
You trying to take my culture from me?
You're not one of them, so you're exiting me out of the lifestyle of people that I'm naturally a part of. You're pulling me away from that to say that you don't see color
prejudice.
and introducing me into a reality that I don't fit in. Two different worlds. Because at the end of the day, the reality that you're saying that you don't see, for me, is a real deal. It's a real issue in the community of my people. But to introduce me to yours and then expect me to be accepted the way your lifestyles,
You're one of us.
you know what I'm saying? It's like not seeing color is an issue. You got to see my issues, my problems, my upbringing, what my people been through in life. You know what I'm saying?
And you also got to understand, she was raised in that neighborhood, went to that school, was around those children.
Yeah.
And not saying that that's a bad thing, but you have to understand the psychological challenges that children go through when they are the only one or one of few in a group of an entire different culture or other cultures, not in a diverse setting. The psychological traumas that come from that, out of this world. Y'all gotta talk to children who has been through that. Is sad.
Yeah.
Let's just move on. Cause then I'm gonna open up a can of things that I don't want to say.
A can of it, huh?
Sure.
just thinking back, like, I'm still in shock about it. That really disappointed me, because clearly I am not one of them. And secondly, if you don't see color, you don't see me.
Yeah.
You don't
Okay.
see my struggles.
Speak
You don't
on
see the things that I face every single day. You don't understand
it.
what I'm going through if you don't see color, because you don't see me.
Right. But let's say this. Some people, half the time, they're saying it because they're trying to make you comfortable, and they believe it's from a good place, but it's not. Don't erase who I am.
Yeah.
No, see me so you can understand me, so that you can understand my experiences.
Bro, that's funny though, because you being like you got that one person that come up to you and they say something like that, but you know what? It's cool. I don't see color. You know, it's not a bar, bro. It's like, you know, you can't say that. It just don't. fit with the conversation, what you're trying to make me comfortable in. It just
It's making me
I don't
the
get
opposite.
comfortable when I hear you tell me
I'm
something
not
like that,
comfortable
because from the
at all.
understanding that I have now, you know what I'm saying, and from the information I've have, from the history that I've learned, you can't tell me that you don't see my color.
That's saying I don't see nothing you go through. That's saying everything you go through is non-existent. You just living in la la land. You playing victim. No, we live the same.
Cause I sure see yours. I'm just saying, we're two different worlds.
Yeah.
Your reality and my reality is like, it's two different. Okay. Now listen, when I say that, we do have similar issues where people at, you know, certain levels of classes may have to face. They may
Yeah.
have same, you know,
Yeah.
problems that they do run into. But let's look at the picture of it though.
Yeah.
The things that a person goes through and the things that a person can get off the hook for is two different results. You know
Regardless of what type of person that person is.
what I'm saying?
I'm a person. I have a clean record. I follow the book. I'm me. I've never been a person who's gotten in trouble. Okay, in my adult life,
Uh-oh.
I've never been a person who got in trouble. But I can still face things that a person with a long record face just by walking down the street.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
when people say, and I'm not speaking to any specific group, but when you say
Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't see color, you're only lying to yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. That's about right.
So that was when I truly understood that, like, they either discriminate against me or they just don't see me and my problems.
Okay.
But like the in between, very few people understand like the in between. Well, in my personal life. So yes, just this, like these assumptions that we are hurtful people. We will stab you if you don't give us money. We will like steal your money and go buy alcohol or something like that. It's just like this idea that media gives people about colors that is clearly wrong, because we are not like that. All of
Man,
us are
hey,
not like
look,
that.
go crazy, bro. Help people understand that not everybody is what they want us, everybody in this world, to think that people are like. You know what I'm saying? The
Right.
media and some people are going to put salt in your ear on situations. It's not a broom big enough to clean up the whole mental state of the world, though. So you don't
Yeah.
have to sit up in your place and feel like that you have to worry about how someone's about to perceive you.
Right.
100%, it's not your duty to change how someone else's view you. But
No.
being your authentic self is going to allow people to see different.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. Just live your life. Don't worry about trying to change people's whole perception of who you are as an individual.
No, 100%.
Okay. Something something that I also face a lot is being too white.
Oh,
So
Heard that one before.
Afrikaans school, I
Lord.
was too dark. With other people of color in my like own community, I am too white. So my mom and my dad, they are both from Cape Town. My mom from Lavender Hill and my dad from Mitchell's Plain. But my sister and I, we grew up in like Gauteng, Johannesburg, suburb there around. So whenever we visit family, like it used to happen a lot when I was younger, but it's quite chill now.
I gotta say this before we
Is
dive
that
into it. You know, there's two sides to the story about you can be too white and you can be too black. Because it depends on who you're
I've heard
around.
that a lot.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, yeah, you can come here, you can chill with us and everything, but just like, you know, we like to do things like this. No, we gonna dance. Like, I know y'all about to chill out, but if y'all play the little, you know, music that y'all play, we gonna dance. I'm gonna dance to it. And then you come on this side and they be like, oh, well, you acting like this a little too much. Like, it's the size of it. So you just gotta be yourself,
Yep.
regardless of how people perceive you, regardless of what they say you acting like. Because either way you go, the shoe's going to be the same on one side or the other.
And don't try to fit in. Continue to be yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would be too white, or like I would speak too like decent.
Proper.
The correct word they use like savor, but I don't know like what the English word is for savor. Because my first language is Afrikaans. Ek praat Afrikaans en ek is vlot daarin. Dis my huistaal. That's Afrikaans. So when I see family and I just speak normally, they'd be like, "Oh my word! Oh, why do you speak like that? Why do you speak so white? Why do you sound so white? Why do you act so white?"
Gee.
Then I'm like, I grew up in a white area, and the main thing I would get from them is, I'm not colored enough. I am not this way enough. I'm not that way enough. I'm so sorry for this sun. Ooh, it's kind of bad. Okay, let me just move like this. Even like yesterday. Yesterday we had a family event and we were like about to go, and one of my family friends, like this older man, I was like greeting him. I'm like, bye. And my parents were like next to me as like we greeted them. And this guy, he's like, why do you talk so white? Try to sound colored. I'm like,
Try to sound colored.
I was trying not to lose my chill. And I think like my parents already like they know, because I kind of already told them like how I feel about being told I'm too white, or I'm like not colored enough, or not enough of anything for certain people. And I was talking English to him and I'm like, what do you mean I sound too white? He's like, no, like speak colored, talk more colored, be more colored. I'm like, so I stopped talking English and I talked to him in Afrikaans. He's like, wow, now you sound so white. And
What?
this part of
Golly.
me, like, I snapped. In like a respectful way, because still like he's older than me, and like just like having respect in like a aggressive way, but not like I want to fight you, but in a way of I'm offended. Like I hear it like almost every single other day. Every other day that I'm not colored enough, that I'm too white and stuff like that. So
I got this
I
one
told
on
him,
me.
I'm
I gotta let it go. I got this one on me. I gotta let it go. Personal reconstruction and worldly reconstruction, it's two different levels of doing that, is allowed by the person. It's like you allow yourself to feel something when you're personally reconstructing yourself. You know what you're gonna go through. But when you're trying to reconstruct yourself because who the world wants you to be, it's a different feeling.
Nah,
It's a different feeling.
you're gonna run yourself crazy because
Exactly.
you'll never be good enough for anybody.
That's the key I'm
That's why
trying to
you
say.
need to be yourself.
Mm.
So I've never had anybody tell me that I'm anything other than what I am, because I'm a
Yeah.
very Afrocentric person.
Yeah.
But I have had people tell me that I'm either too hood or too bougie.
Yeah.
Or I used to have a very heavy accent when I was younger. But after going through voice and diction training, my voice has changed and I speak how I speak now, but I also still speak in AAVE. What's good, y'all?
But you also got to understand something. She as an author, she has rocked the stage. She's been in
Yes,
theater.
yes.
She has been on a lot of things that require her voice to have to be in these levels. You know what I'm saying?
Different
So,
things.
mhm.
Yeah, so I mean, I've heard that before, but y'all should know me by now. I don't care what nobody got to say.
Hey.
I'm me.
Mm.
But what I don't agree with is when people say, and again, I understand we're American, she's South African, so similar experiences, but also different experiences. But I don't agree when people say that when people speak proper, they claim it as a person speaking white. Because how can a person speak white?
Yeah.
I have white friends who speak like me, AAVE, because they grew up in my neighborhoods.
Mm.
But
Anybody tell them speak white.
yes, and it's
Sound
also
whiter.
a class issue
It just
too
don't.
here.
Hey, listen. We have labels on people that is out this world. Like they're
Yes.
going to look at you up and down, inside out, and try to tell you what you're not and what you're doing wrong. And
Yes.
yeah,
So when people say that a person is speaking white when they're speaking decent or proper, they are labeling proper or decent as only being belonging to white people. That's not the case. So you're saying anybody who is not white cannot speak proper or decent or in a way that is just universal and like them. I'm listening to her speaking. Yes, she has a accent. I can hear her accent, but she sound like
She sound like her.
a universal person. Yeah, like
She sound like her. I wouldn't tell her anything other than what she,
She
sound like. She
sounds
sound like
like-
her.
a person.
Facts.
Like for example, my family, and this will show you like how much my voice has changed. My family say things like Earl,
Oh
Pearl,
yeah.
Turlet.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Get over
Like
ya.
even your name, get over ya.
Get over
instead of yeah. But even Dion's name, they will say Dion instead of saying Dion,
Yeah, and I don't even trip about it. Like,
or Thomas instead of Thomas. Like,
yeah.
so that has been my experience, and people try to say, the same thing, and I'm like, I speak like Sierra. Okay, so in one setting I'm too hood, in this setting I speak like another race. Stop.
Like
it.
I said, you're gonna be you're gonna act too black in this environment, and you're probably gonna act too white in this environment. It's like,
Let people be who they are. That's the thing, and I understand she's speaking about her family, but
which is family business. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
I just don't agree with people saying that a person speaking a certain way is just belonging to the white race. Like, it's okay. It's irritating. It really is, and it's a universal issue.
No, it really is.
Because South Africans aren't the only ones who go through it. Americans aren't the only ones who go through it.
Yeah.
It's all over. It's really all over.
Yeah, this is a similar story.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Is there a problem with me talking white? Is there a problem with me acting white? Is there a problem with me being too white? And
Now,
I could see him being taken aback, and I'm like, yeah.
Now, is she saying that she's accepting what they're saying by saying, is there a problem with me acting white? Because I don't think she's acting
She's
white.
owning what their
You know what I'm
statement that
saying?
they're saying that it's too white.
Now,
And that's why I said I don't like that people try to make it seem like decent or proper
it's only a white
language
thing.
is only
Yeah. Because why we can't sound or talk how we feel free to speak.
yeah.
People are identified by how they speak, and if you only identifying a class of people that way as white speaking, then I don't know. Like, so she's basically saying that she's like claiming
she
it
just
almost.
claimed it, yeah.
But I don't think she should be claiming it. She speak how she speaks.
Yeah, and I understand she grew up in a predominantly white area. I understand that. But I don't know her age, so that also plays a part in that as
Yeah,
well.
I just heard her say that, and it just caught me like when she said that I speak it or I act it or I act it. I'm like, no, you don't. Nah.
You yourself, our experiences, regardless of racial boundaries, is our experiences.
Can't take that.
You know, you are who you are in your body, and unfortunately, in South Africa and in the United States, we have these societies that are racial based societies where, it's unfortunate, but
It's a conversation that can go deep.
yeah, we ain't gonna go too deep because we ain't gonna keep y'all here all
We're gonna
day.
pull the bait back up. We ain't gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you can feel how it is. And this guy, he's like, I thought like your parents were brown, like
Oh
colored.
snap!
My dad like tried to step in, not like too much, but like a little bit. And then I popped off. I'm like, okay, I get you're trying to be funny, and I get you're trying to be all cute and stuff, but you are disrespecting my parents now, and that's what we're not gonna do. That is what we're not gonna do. So I was like, no, my parents are brown, as you can see. They are colored, as you can see, and what's it got to do with you if I act too white? And then this man was like,
Acting white,
still nothing. Like he was like, he kept quiet, and then he just like made this like lame joke like, oh ha 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 ha, and I walked away. That was a long story, but basically getting to it is that as a colored person in my situation where I grew up around white people a lot, I grew up in a predominantly white area, I usually get from the colored community that I am too white. Also, when I went to my second school in high school, my predominantly colored school, I wouldn't know like certain slang or like certain types of music or like certain like even things like styling. They'd be like, yo, Aiden, yeah, you're so wet, yo. And I'd be like, okay. I thought I'd be able to fit in more because I am now in an area, like I'm more like in an environment where I have colored people around me, so I wouldn't have to like walk on eggshells around them. I can just be myself. But when I was myself, I was too white. But when I was myself around school, like Afrikaans school, I was
You wasn't one
too
of them.
dark.
Oh, she also said too
So
dark.
that is something that I faced a
See?
lot in my school, and still up to today, up to literally yesterday. But I just like I want to say is that like not all of us are the same, because like you get Cape Town coloreds and you get coloreds from Limpopo, you get colors from Gauteng, you get colors from everywhere in South Africa, and we all grew up in our like own different ways. So by some people being like, you are not a real colored, this lighting is so bad, I'm so sorry everyone. So by some people being like, you're not a real colored, it's quite hurtful to say. And I do feel like we have our own ways of doing things. So by just the notion of saying that isn't what a real colored would do, that isn't how a real colored would act, that isn't what a real colored would say, is just creating more division rather than like uniting us and like coming together as like one group, coming together as people who respect each other. Since we are so different, we might as well just like find like unity in it, you know, finding unity in diversity. But yeah, that is the video, everyone.
Alright, yeah, we're gonna stop it right there. Make sure you guys go show her channel some love. Go show her some love, man. Look, hey, at the end of the day, stereotypes run deep. You're not supposed to, you know, out the random just accept what everybody call you out to be.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, who you are, you need to own it. And if a stereotype comes with that, you know what I'm saying? And I could also say it like this: people like to, you know, wake up things inside of you that not necessarily you're even worried about. You know what I'm saying? So they may call these things out of you purposely just to see if it's in there because of what they have been told it to believe all their lives. And you don't have to prove them right, you don't have to prove them wrong. But at the end of the day, there's buttons that's going to be pushing. As you see in family business, and she went off on her family, or a relative or someone that was speaking to her, you know, in a sense. So
Yeah, so y'all know, y'all hear me say it all the time. Go find you some peace and stop trying to trample on other people's peace because you don't have none. Okay? Be unapologetically you, but I want to touch on what she was saying at the end. So, what she was saying at the end relates to our classism issues. I've gone to a lot of schools in my younger years, so I dealt with a lot of that, you know, a lot of class issues.
yeah,
People felt that I was too bougie for things. I just like nice things.
heard that.
You know,
What lady don't like nice things?
wanting my binder and things to be neat. I remember I was coloring.
That used to be a whole
Yeah.
style back in the day.
Yes.
Designing your binder before class.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember even coloring, and they would be like, "Oh, you coloring so neat. You think you better than everybody."
I told y'all the smallest things.
Yes, going through school is a headache.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez.
Now that you think about it, I mean, not that I think about it as well.
Yeah, grade school, but that speaks to our our classism issues that we have within every race in the United States, and it's different for everybody. Everybody have different experiences.
It's just
Be unapologetically you. Don't worry about what everybody else got to say.
Yeah. Confidence is always going to disrupt people's agenda.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you stand firm in what you are, who you are, what your future holds for you, and you keep pushing yourself in that direction, you're going to blow right past all this conversations and things that people calling you out to be at the end of the day. So you just got to handle yourself accordingly for each crowd and you learn from them. You know what I'm saying? Because when you learn how to handle certain things, when stuff stop making you mad, you outgrew it.
Yeah.
You got you can't entertain it no more. You know what I'm saying? But if something is still frustrating you and bothering you, then that's a piece of you that you need to strengthen. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yes. So this was an interesting take on the color community.
Yes,
we love
yes.
y'all. You know, thank you guys for sending this in. Make sure you go check out her channel. Go show her some love.
Facts, yes.
She said she was dealing with stuff with her peoples. Go show her some love, y'all. So we hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Like this video, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. We have enabled our super thanks if you like to support the channel that way, as well as our reaction request form is in our description box below. We'll see you soon.
Peace.